What's up, you guys? I'm Sinister Plague Doctor, and we're back with another podcast of Brain Overload. This is our 5th episode, and I'm joined today by Blade Eclipse Dog and Swerve DC. Go check out both their channels on YouTube and Twitch, and hit the sub button if you haven't already. If you're new to the channel, welcome. If you're not new, welcome back. Please make sure to leave a like on the video and sub to the channel. It helps us out a ton. And let's get into the podcast.
Boom.
Like butter.
How's the week, guys? How's the week?
Felt like it went by really fast.
Yeah, I agree.
It really did, too.
Felt like we just did a podcast like yesterday.
Yeah, this week was crazy. I mean, the first couple of days of the week was rough at work. It was slow, but that's because I just came off the that 1 week vacation, and then I don't know, Thursday, dude, I just fell into like a deep, like weird depression. Like I was just like, I woke up and I was happy, but as soon as I walked through the door into my work, I was just like, no, I'm not gonna be happy today. And then like the whole day I was listening to sad music, and I was just like, I didn't know what to do that day. Like I was just, I cried, dude. I was just like, I don't know what's wrong today. And then but I think it's because I broke my vape, so I had no nicotine at the same time.
Oh, fuck.
And then I realized that I didn't really actually break my vape. It just wasn't reading the coil no more, because I had that coil in there for like, what was it? It had to have been at least a month and a half. I was still on that same coil, dude.
I hear that. Yeah. I don't know. You'll tend to have those days. I feel like it's just like clouds, cloudy weather. It's there one day and then it's sunny the next day.
Yeah, that's got to be the worst part too, is because it was raining too, so it was like gloomy at the same time. So you walk outside hoping to catch some of that vitamin D, and you didn't get none of it. So you're just like, dang.
Feeling pooped.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. That was me at work yesterday. I was just my Monday, but I just felt cooked for some reason.
It happens to all of us too. Just randomly. So we got some what new games have you guys been playing? You guys been playing anything new?
Go for it, Swerve.
Yeah, mine's is pretty simple, but I've just been hooked on that new Resident Evil. Just the whole franchise, I should say itself. But started with the Resident Evil 2 remake. It's making me want to play the new 4 one, but I still got to get through 3, and you know how that is.
Yeah. I played the demo for the 4 remake, and oh my god, dude, it looks beautiful.
Oh, I know. I remember watching your video, dude. It looks tough too. Like just
It
that
is.
first little part.
It's because they changed it a little bit. Like I remember growing up when they first released it on the GameCube, there was a method that like everyone figured out. It's like, especially in the beginning village part, you're supposed to like shoot once and then knife them twice, and it kills like any of the zombies or infected or whatever they are. But now in this one, your knife breaks.
Yeah.
So it's like you'll get through like two infected, and then you're just fucked and you have to run.
Yeah, they're like, we're gonna make it to where it's like 4 shots to the head, and maybe 6 on a bad day.
But it's not new, but I've been going back and started playing the GTA 5 campaign, so I've been working on those videos that'll be coming out next week at some point.
Just reminiscing through the old GTA 5, dude. I think I've done that like 4 times. I think I went back into GTA and just redid the story.
It's such a good story.
It is, dude. That's why I can't wait for GTA 6. I'm just
right.
Like, please hurry up. I've been trying to play through it again too, GTA 5, but it's just been, I'll pick it up for a little bit and then I'll set it down. And how about a week later? Let's pick it back up.
Right.
You just get them sudden bursts of like, I want to grind this story, and then you fall off for a little bit, then you come back.
Pretty much.
GTA 5 is awesome. I think even in GTA 4 too, that was a good story with it too. I really enjoyed 4.
Dude, that's one that I never finished. Like, I never even got to like the bank job where you do that heist or whatever in GTA 4.
Oh,
so I don't know how far that is in. I think I don't know, dude. That's something I might have to go back and play through.
Yeah, because it was a good story. It's a little more difficult than trying to get through it too. It's hard. It's like it's not the same difficulty as like because you know how hard like San Andreas was to play.
Oh
Like
yeah.
it's a little bit easier than that, but it's still difficult. I remember trying to get through, but it might have been because I was younger too and didn't know what I was doing. I was just trying to follow the directions, but
Bro, the Vice City like radio kind of like it's like the RC copter mission, dude. Oh my gosh. That's that's hard. I think they had one in San Andreas too. I don't know if you were a helicopter too or if you were like an RC car, but I know that one was pretty difficult. I always had trouble with those ones because they were timed and it was just like, what's the point of this? The clunky controls too.
yeah. Uh, I got into the Spider-Man franchise, man. Like I've been playing Miles Morales and I've just been enjoying it, dude. Like the combat is so fun. Like you get a combo of moves going together and you just feel so cool when you're flying through the air and beating them up, kicking them into the air and um the story of it's really cool too. I wish that it wouldn't have been it's not so short because I know it's short because I haven't put very many hours into it and I'm already like 50% through the story and I'm just like, oh man. So I'm trying to go through and make the most of it by collecting everything I can and getting gold medals on all the challenges and stuff. I think I spent last night I think on one of the stealth challenges because I'm not a stealth person. I don't like them stealth games. I like
Like
just
some Metal Gear.
yeah, I just like jumping right into the action and I had to like I think I spent like 2 hours last night trying to get gold on one of them stealth missions. I was just trying to plot a path around the course, and every so often I'd make like an advancement, and then I'd like make I got like to the end where I only had like two guys left to get rid of, and I kept messing up on the two guys, and it was just like, come on, it's right there. And you got to get through like I think there's 19 enemies you had to beat up in stealth mode, and you had to do it in like 2 minutes or less. And it was like, look at that, the Dr Pepper strawberries and cream.
Those
I
are
am
so
not
good.
sponsored. I am not sponsored, by the way.
Dr. Pepper, hit him up.
If you could sponsor me, Dr. Pepper. No.
They're expecting a year-long supply.
And some crystal clear Dr. Pepper,
Just
just like Crystal Pepsi.
right.
I need some.
But I'm definitely thinking about going back and getting the Spider-Man remastered and playing through that. 'Cause
Yeah,
that would
dude.
be fun.
You're making me want to play it now. I don't know. I feel like it's one of those games where, like you said, if you get those combos going, it's just super rewarding, you know?
Yeah,
It's
it
like-
definitely.
Go for it,
It's
my
like
bad.
validation.
You're good. No, it's definitely it's very fun too because you combine like those combos and then the dodges too. If you can time the dodges, because there's like an aura of the Spidey sense that goes around you. It'll be like white, and then if you time it at the right time when it turns red, you can actually like do a counter move on them and stuff, and like then you can time in your attacks at the same time, and it just looks. If you can do it, it looks so fluid and nice, dude. It's so awesome.
Yeah, I bet, dude. I bet it looks good on PC too.
It really does, but for some reason, it's jogging my CPU, dude. Like I'll be running. I ran it on medium yesterday, just trying to figure stuff out while streaming at the same time, and my CPU was just at 100% maxed out. All its cores were pushing. I was like, dude.
You're like, are you sure there isn't a core just hiding in the back, not doing much? Can I get you to come out, stand up, please? The real slim core, please stand up.
So I'm actually pretty excited. I got here on the 15th. I'm gonna be ordering an i9
Ooh.
water cooler. I'll be pretty excited for that. Hopefully that'll be a big difference in the old PC.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
dude, water coolers are badass. I've got one.
it's gonna be a huge difference going from the i5 to an i9 too.
Mm-hmm.
That's like what? It's almost 6 extra processors
Yeah.
or cores, however it works. Don't quote me.
Yeah, no, it's just been. It's an expensive hobby. I figured out because you're never stopping upgrading that thing. You're like you get it, and then like you see another one come out, and you're just like,
I need it.
Cool in there. I need it.
You're like not satisfied. You're like looking at it and you're like, I could upgrade this and that, you know?
Yeah, dude, I want to get a Kraken water cooler.
Ooh.
Have you seen those? The Kraken Z, what is it? The Z73 or some shit like that?
It's literally cracked.
It's insane though. The little circle that goes on the CPU has a LED screen on it, so you can upload like GIFs and stuff. So I've seen ones where it's like anime ones, or like a hamster running on a hamster wheel constantly, and stuff like that. It's so sick.
How much do these run you?
Like 250, I think. Let me look it up.
That's not too bad. The Kraken Z, is it the Z?
Kraken Z.
Or there's an X.
Z73.
Oh, Z73.
Yeah, it's like around 250 to $300.
I'm seeing one on Best Buy for 300.
Yeah.
Holy. I'm gonna have to keep this in mind. This is a nice water cooler because I want to get one soon. But
That Z73 is cool.
Yeah, I want one.
they have white ones too.
Yeah.
Well, that's not bad for. You got me thinking. So, what do you like about the games that you guys have been playing? Like, what stands out to you that's got your attention and keeps you grinding on it?
For me, the open world concept.
Yeah.
I always get hooked on open world, and especially with Red Dead 2 and GTA, there's just endless shit to do and find, and
There's
just a
so
lot
many
of fun.
collectibles too in GTA. It's crazy. If you
Yeah.
actually went through and did all the
Spaceship
collectibles.
parts.
Yeah, the spaceship parts too. I remember grinding those out.
And I've been thinking, I know I told Swerve about this a few days ago, but I've been thinking about going back to start another series on Fallout 4.
Ooh, let's go. I liked the Fallout, your Fallout series.
Yeah, so I'll probably do that. Honestly, I think I'm gonna change my schedule a little bit. Well, not the days I post, but I think starting next week I'm gonna do like one day's Red Dead, one day's GTA 5, and then the next is Fallout 4, just so that I don't get like burned out on one game.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good strategy.
That can definitely happen. You spend too much time on one, and you're just like, well, I want to do this other one or something, or do something.
Yeah.
And you just get burnout. That's how I did for Hogwarts, dude. I got like halfway through it, and I just got burned out of it. But I'm also not a huge puzzle guy. Yeah.
So I was with my original Fallout series, because I posted like 40 something videos straight through of Fallout content. I was like, I need a different game.
Yeah. Gotta switch it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I don't know. Resident Evil.
Good
I just love
games.
the backtracking. I don't know. It's something about just because I know, like with Resident Evil 2, it's kind of it goes for the survival horror aspect, whereas Resident Evil 4 kind of mixes in a little bit more action. 3, I don't know. It's kind of in between, especially the remake because it has so much cut content. But I just love the idea of you get to a spot and you're like, oh well, I need this, and then you're like, well, crap, I got to go back and get it. You know what I mean? Or it's just like there's limited inventory, there's limited, ammo. I love that. I don't know. It's just a survival. I like survival games, but with a little bit of horror in it, it makes it a little bit like I'm just on the edge of my seat the whole time, So that's why I love that game.
Yeah, I'm definitely ready to see you start pushing out some content for that game too. It'd be funny to watch you get scared.
I want to stream some RE2 later. Hopefully, we'll see.
Guys, you guys heard it. Swerve DC. He's probably going to be streaming later.
Resident Evil. Watch me get scared.
I also want to ask in the after party what they would feel about me starting to stream again. Because I haven't streamed since I started YouTube. And that was like 6 months ago.
I'm sure people love that streaming. I know I'd be in there.
Mm-hmm. I would too.
Dude, like with when he gets affiliate, getting those sick Plague Doctor emotes, dude.
Yeah. Now you got me thinking.
He's like,
I'd actually need your help though, Blade, because something happened a while back on my PC with overlays when I was still streaming a bit. I can't get, and they worked for a long time, but now my overlays don't work.
Oh, they
Like they don't, yeah, they don't pop up on my screen at all.
So are you using like the OBS or are you using OBS Streamlabs?
I use OBS Studio.
OBS Studio. Yeah, I'll have to dabble in that because I haven't used the studio.
Oh, I feel
But
you.
I'm sure I was looking between OBS and OBS Streamlabs, and it's literally they're pretty much the same thing. They just OBS has a sleeker, more modern look to it.
More
OBS
streamlined.
just yeah, OBS just looks like you look at it and it's rocket science, but really it's not. It's the same thing. It's just uglier looking, I guess.
It's like a Windows 95 program.
Right.
You're like, ugh, what is this?
But there is a lot more you can do with just regular OBS, and it doesn't take up as much CPU as well, too.
Yeah.
There's a lot of different plugins that you can get into it. Because I was looking at it, because I ended up watching a lot of streamers that have that Pokemon community game in there that you can like mess around with chat and catch Pokemon. They actually have a plugin for regular OBS for that too. For doing the timers, and you can actually put what Pokemon ended up in your chat, and they have like a bunch of different stuff. And OBS actually works a lot better with the Stream Deck than OBS Streamlabs does. There's a lot more to do for just OBS itself.
Yeah, I'll have to figure that shit out.
Yeah, one of these when you do end up wanting to get into streaming again, just call me and I'll try to help you run through it.
Sweet. I appreciate it. Big dog.
Yeah, I got
Download
you.
some Team Viewer. Just let them take over your PC real quick.
Yeah,
Hack it.
that team viewer comes in clutch though sometimes.
No, I definitely can. Especially if you have a homie that, lives out of state or you guys aren't next to each other.
Mm-hmm.
And
I
he's like,
usually use that with
I
my
cannot
uncle.
figure it out.
I can't figure it out.
out.
Well, I know how to do it, but I can't travel over there. I gotta be there to see it.
Get on my
called
PC.
Team viewing.
Get on my PC. Yeah.
Next week, how do y'all feel about we get Zero up in here for a guest?
I would love that. Like, honestly, I think that'd be a really good collaboration just to get insight on what it's like to run a Discord group chat like he does and like run his own team. Like, what made him want to start it? How did he progress to get to the level he's at? Because, I mean, like, he's built a strong enough community. Like, you hit affiliate really quick. Jet Eagle hit affiliate really quick. Your brother just hit affiliate too, didn't he? Or he's on his way?
Oh, he got it.
Yeah, so it's like, it's definitely something that's working, and I would like, obviously not for him to spill all his secrets, because, every creator has their secrets, but like,
Yeah.
Just get more insight on what it's like running that type of community.
Yeah, and it's crazy because it'd be nice to know how he like grinds so hard, because that dude's doing a main job, and then he's like plugging out like this Discord too as his second job too, and it comes with a lot of work. And then he's doing like assets on the side for people. He's making emotes for people, overlays and stuff. Yeah, merch. He's got merch, and it's just like, this dude don't sleep. I'm telling you. He like yesterday I was trying to get, there's a new XLG hype emote that I was trying to get added in there, and it wasn't working, and it was like 2 o'clock in the morning. I think he's only an hour ahead of us, so it would have been like 3 in the morning. I just texted him, letting him know that it was like not sized right and stuff. Boom, I get a text back right away. Well, you really love that emote? Yeah, I'll get it fixed for you. And it was like, when do you sleep, Zero?
He's like, I'm resizing it right now.
I'll sleep when I'm dead.
That's funny. That's
I think
awesome.
I think a lot of people will be interested in like how he, like the history behind him creating it, why he created it, all that.
Definitely.
I tried to get him to do a face reveal on there, but because nobody's seen Zero's face, but he said no. He said he'll do a face reveal at 10,000 followers.
Hey, that's fair.
That is. I like that.
Yeah, we'll get him there. 10,000. Yeah, I really like the Discord too. It's like, you get pinged about a lot of like different things that are going on with like the games that you're interested in, and a lot of the updates and stuff. And there's a lot of good people in there too. Like, I don't think I'd ever thought that coming into doing this content creating and stuff that I would have met such a great like friendship group at the same like with like having a big group of just friends and like going into this too. Like I was that one person that like if you were playing like a game like for say like Hell Let Loose where you gotta like talk to your people, I wouldn't talk because it's just like I was very like
The anxiety of it.
yeah, the anxiety of trying to talk to new people and stuff. But getting into this now, I'm just like, dude, I want to be friends with everybody. I'm just like, yo, what's going on? Welcome into the Discord. Just hype and everything. It's just changed. Like I'm not so shy about everything anymore.
That's
I think
good.
I think that's really where the XOG helped with that too. They welcome you in. Like it's a good it's a good place to be. It's home.
You're ready for a speech at Harvard now, huh?
Oh yeah, dude. I'm gonna go to I'm gonna go to Harvard and just talk about XLG.
Yep. Pretty much.
Ugh.
I would love to see that.
Okay, I'm gonna dabble in my chat just for just a second. Zero says Swerve. Zero is really excited to see Swerve.
What is up, Zero? We're back. Finally. And we're sounding clear.
His ears must have been ringing too because we was just talking about him.
Swear that's an
myth.
ugly ass microphone. I'm just kidding. I got the same one.
Hey, man. That's why he's the goat.
Goat!
The
He's
goat.
literally me, the goat.
I love it.
No, but no. Yeah, next week since he's already in here, he's watching right now. We're gonna look into getting you into the podcast next week, Zero. Talk with you more on that, but yeah, I think it'll be super interesting. And then
Oh,
Me
yeah.
too.
what do you guys think? Like every 5 episodes or every other episode, we can have a guest or something. Because I know we got a few others that want to be on there. Like
We could do like
Jet and-
either every 3 or every 5.
yeah,
Maybe
Jet
even like
would-
every 3.
Yeah.
I think Jet would be a good one to put on here too. I think he's got a lot to say.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
Definitely. That'd be a good one.
I know we had this one thing we were talking about the other day. Sinister. What was that topic? It was something you had brought up to me.
I can't remember.
Oh, it was something so like deep and like intricate and just like out there, but I can't remember what it was about. Oh.
Was it on
so-
Snapchat?
No, it was we were talking about it on Discord, and I was in regards to like it's like something about hypothesis is like something. It was like something to do with like the world and energy and stuff like that, but I can't even I don't know. It was something so good, dude. We were going to talk about it too.
Hopefully we bring it back.
Yeah,
Until then, I got one for you guys.
I'm down.
What's your biggest failure that you learned so much from? Like that you wouldn't even count it really as a failure, but as like a good lesson that you learned.
My ex-girlfriend.
Who?
Same. Yep.
Yep. That's one
Yeah.
of them.
Honestly, that falls in there too. Like past relationships, yeah.
Yeah, that's just a broad, it's just like boom.
It's like the first thing that pops into your mind, like
Yeah.
fail.
That's just sticking with that relationship way too long.
Yeah.
And
Really?
then after getting out of it, learning that I'm like worth a lot more than she liked to think.
Yep. Yeah. It's really a big I don't know how to put it. Like you really get to learn how what love actually is. Like what you in your mind, what you feel like love should be. And then you look back on it and you're like, dang, dude, that was nothing like I like pictured it when I was there in the moment. Like,
Yeah. Now
It's
I look
more
back
so
and I'm like, I was
lust.
stupid.
Mm.
I feel like mine was just like being afraid of being alone. And like
Yeah.
honestly, like I'm too empathetic, like hoping that someone is actually going to change, even though they never will. And I'm like, just people stuck in their ways.
You're just giving people the benefit of the doubt in
Yeah.
a sense. Yeah. I've been there.
Get that
But,
false hope.
After some therapy and talking to family members and stuff, it came to the conclusion that telling me to kill myself and beating me up and shit like that was not her showing love.
Yeah.
No, that is not love, sir. That is not love. That is, I don't even know, abuse.
Yeah,
That
abuse.
is strict abuse.
Yep.
Oh, but I've been there. I have been there.
Shit sucks. But now look at us, all three of us streaming YouTube, have good relationships.
Yeah, life
Look
is
at
good.
that.
Life is
Yeah,
good, man.
karma came back to help us out.
Yeah. We're literally like our best selves right now. If you look back on like when you were in those past relationships and you look back now, like we've all overcome so much, and like we really didn't need them like we thought we did. Like
Yeah,
we're
100%.
powerful. Yeah. No, and
We're
I'm so
kings.
we are kings. Kings that need to be made sandwiches.
And giant bowls of cereal at 2 a.m. Yep.
How's that treating you, Swerve? You just started going towards nights for work?
Yeah. It's, I don't know. It's like it's weird because it's like those hours for me, it's like I'm up gaming usually, you know? So it's like I'm awake. I don't know. It's like I've gotten adjusted to it. I feel like it's something that I could do for a while, nights. But I'd say like going in like my early 30s, I'd probably get a little tired of it. I'd probably want to switch over to day side. But other than that, I'm enjoying nights so far. I guess the only thing that I don't enjoy is trying to fit in like things like content creating, like streaming and stuff like that. Just because it depends on like what time I'm waking up, you know. Say I wake up at 3 or 4 and I gotta work at 7. I'm just like, oh, I gotta shower, I gotta do this and that. And then it's like I don't want to even do the content, you know. So I think that's the hardest thing is just fitting in like side hobbies and stuff.
Mhm.
But that's about it. Other than that, I like it. But if I had any complaints, it's just, you know, figuring out my schedule right now in regards to side activities and content creating and stuff.
So do you notice like an emotional change like when you get off and it's just pitch black outside? Have you ever gotten like depressed knowing that like none of your friends are really up at that time, and then so you come home and it's quiet, you got to be quiet, and then does that like ever play a part in like your emotions?
Yeah, no, it definitely can affect it. Especially like when I get out the building and I'm walking to my car and it's like pitch dark and it's just quiet. You know, you can't even hear cars or nothing.
Mhm.
I'd say as soon as I get home, that's when it really hits me when I go to hop on the PC and then I'm sitting there for like 20, 30 minutes just listening to music and I'm switching from game to game and I'm like not entertaining myself. And I'm like, dang, dude, I wish one of the homies were up right now. I want to play something with them.
Yeah.
I'd say that's about the one time I can get a little upset or, you know, sad. But it's awesome because I have, you know, my partner, you know, the lovely Molly. So, you know, it's not like I'm alone completely when I get off, you know. It's always nice to have her company.
Yeah, and it's pretty cool too that you that Molly actually like has her schedule switched to accommodate you as well. That's how you know that she really loves you, because she starts her day just a little late, so she starts getting on all her makeup and everything, getting ready, and then when she's ready for you when you get home late at night like that, which is cool.
Yeah. No, actually, I had her take me to work yesterday. So it's like it's awesome for me because it's like even though it's 1 o'clock in the morning when I'm getting off, I'm like, I got my girlfriend out there waiting for me, so it's awesome. You know?
Hell yeah.
It's like, yeah, somebody's waiting for me, you know. But
I think
So-
like being single like that and doing nights would really suck, because like most of your friend group is all doing days and stuff, and then you come home to nothing. You nobody's up, and it's just pitch black, and you got that whole night where nobody's texting you and everything, dude. Honestly, I feel like for a few days I'd be okay with it. Be like, it's quiet. Nobody needs anything from me. I don't need to show anybody this love or emotion. I can just be myself. But after a while, I'd probably go insane, dude. I'd be like, I need that interaction.
Yeah, you need that vitamin D. Yeah, dude. It can, yeah. It can definitely get a little. I mean, so far it's been like what, a month and a half, but I'm loving it so far. Emotionally, I've noticed besides like that in like those regards to like sadness, like when you're alone, I've noticed a lot more happiness in regards to like just how I've been mentally and how I've been carrying myself. So that's awesome. That's one thing I will not take for granted, even though it is nights, is that I am overall happier.
That's good.
What about you, Sinister? How's your CDL coming along?
Now it's just a waiting game. I got approved for the ARPA grant, and I turned all my paperwork in last week at the college. So now it's just between job services and them contacting the college and getting everything squared away. And then by the end of next month, if I do get fully approved, which I'm sure I will, there's no reason for me not to. I take my drug
Love
test and
that.
then I'll start in July. So I'm excited for that.
Are you nervous about hopping in a big rig?
Yes and no. I'm able to retain a lot of information that gets thrown at me, so I feel like I'll be able to. At least I'm hoping I'll do well with like the tests and everything. But it does scare me just because of the weather. Just because I know I'll be doing it year round, and especially here around like Montana and Idaho and Washington and stuff, like the snow is a lot and icy roads and stuff, and so that part makes me nervous. But other than that, I mean, like my parents said it too. I don't really have to worry about accidents because I am the biggest thing on the road. If an accident does happen, I'm more likely than not going to be safe.
Yeah, and it's like at the same time, there's like a double, like I don't know if that's the right word, but like a double entendre to that too, because I've noted like working on trucks and like seeing our trucks get into accidents and stuff. The only thing that sucks about that, dude, is it's always the truck driver's fault. Because you're supposed to, with your CDL, you're supposed to be a professional driver. So,
Yeah.
and with another streamer I watch, Green Hornets, he got rear-ended. So, in any other moment in that time, if somebody rear ends another person, it's usually the person that rear-ended the fault. Well, it was actually ended up being Green Hornet's fault in that situation
That
Yeah.
sucks.
because he was the professional driver. And that it's like at that point, it's like, what do you expect him to do? Try to swerve out of the way? No,
Yeah,
Just so
right.
somebody in the-
Jackknife the truck, like
yeah, it's like, and I feel bad for him because he got in trouble at work for that, and it was like, how is that? It's like, how is that his fault? But I guess with it going on in today's day and age, it's always the truck driver's fault. And actually, it's pretty crazy because if you end up hurting somebody in that truck, and it's not your fault, you can still potentially go to prison for killing that person, even though it
Yeah.
wasn't your fault. It's like you take on a lot of responsibility once you grab that CDL and get in that truck.
yeah.
That's where a lot of people like I feel for truck drivers at the same time, because it's like no one really takes into consideration like normal drivers. They don't take into consideration like them truck drivers, and they're always just mad because they're slowing on the road, and it's like they don't get a lot of
run us.
credit.
They run
Yeah.
the country. They're
If-
what's making us continue to run.
Yeah, if we didn't have truck drivers constantly pushing loads around the United States and getting all that material around and everything, we'd crumble. United States would just fall if we didn't have truck drivers, and they're
Oh,
like
yeah.
a
Truckers
backbone.
carry everything.
Mhm.
Farm equipment,
sad.
food, wood, lumber, everything. They carry everything. And it's crazy. We were talking about like the truck drivers and accidents and stuff that like shouldn't be considered the trucker's fault. I follow a big rig driver on TikTok, and he posts videos like once or twice a week. He's got a dash cam, and all of his videos are like he'll be coming up on an intersection and he's obviously got the right of way, and a car will just like pull out in front of him and like slam on their brakes, or like people cutting him off and stuff like that, and like turning in front of him. And it's like, who like are you're either not looking or you don't understand that these trucks take like 3 fucking blocks to fully slow down. Like they don't just stop.
Mm.
So you're
Yeah,
putting
and
everyone in the situation at risk because you want to be in front of the truck so badly. It's like
yeah, and
just
that's another
wait.
big reason I didn't go for my. I like stopped going for my CDLs because when I went through all the testing at the DMV, got it all done, and I just needed to do my drive. Well, like practicing the driving scares me because like when I was in town, we were going, and it's like they do not care, and that's the
Mm-mm.
saddest part for them truck drivers. They will pull right out in front of you,
Yeah.
and like you got maybe a block's distance between you and the red light, and they'll just swerve right in front of you, and it's like, well, I'm either gonna smack right in the back of this guy or what, something, and it'll be my
Yep.
fault.
Or your
It's
trailer's
like,
coming through your freaking
yeah.
coming
To the
back through
cab.
you if you brake hard enough, depending on what you got. But I mean,
Yeah, that part sketches me out, but I think overall I'll like it despite shitty drivers.
Yeah, I think my favorite part about it was being out of town too. And driving on the highway, and then like when you're coming,
yes.
when you're slowing down, dude, like them trucks with the loud Jake brakes,
Yeah.
you're just like,
Yep. It's
man,
a
yeah.
mood.
I love it. And then when you're speeding up, if you got them twin turbos on there, you just hear them going like.
It's a
Just-
peace of mind. It really
yeah.
is. Like it's just peace too when you're on. Like I remember when I was driving for the moving company. It was just peaceful. I don't know, man. Just driving, just seeing the sights and stuff too. That's another thing I feel like you would love to see too. Sinister is just the sights, man.
Yeah, man, that's what I'm thinking. That's why I want to do long haul stuff.
Mm.
Is I like driving on like the open highway and seeing new places and stuff like that. I wouldn't, especially with drivers here, I think I'd hate inner city driving.
Oh yeah, I did too. When I was driving for the moving company, downtown Portland, worst place for me
Oh, I bet,
in a
dude.
truck. Like, yeah, I ain't even gonna. We'll just leave it there. Terrible, terrible, terrible place to be in a big rig.
Yeah. No,
What about-
I'll stick to just working on them. I like working on them.
I was gonna say, what about you, Blade? You liking your job still?
Actually, so we kind of just went through a whole situation. We had main guy or like our boss foreman, he ended up leaving for a better opportunity. And we kind of all went into a panic mode, but my actual like boss of the truck shop stepped up and took that position, and honestly like it's going smooth. I'm not hating it no more. Like there's a lot of things changing for the better that nobody would ever come up like grow balls and say something to the owners or nothing like that. And he's really taking a step for it and trying to help out the mechanic shop and not just us, but like the field guys and everything. So it's going well. I'm not irritated with it as much as I was.
That's good.
That's
just
good though.
Don't like stepping in that door at 7 in the morning, but got
It
to.
is your responsibilities, man. It's
Dude,
life.
my ideal shift would be like a 5 minute 5 minute job and get like 5,000 a minute.
Right.
Bill Gates status.
You drop money and it would be easier just to not pick it up because you're making so much money.
Yeah.
It's like a
Dude,
waste of your time.
I'd be thankful for like 4 hours a day getting paid like $40 an hour. That'd be enough for me. I'd be solid, you know, but it is what it is.
I was looking at this article about like them guys that go up them tall cell phone towers or like just towers in general just to replace the bulbs, like the red bulbs up there.
Mm.
They make so much money, dude, because you spend about 2 hours of your day just climbing that tower. Like, and then when you get like when you get up towards the top there, dude, it's like 60-mile-an-hour winds up there, so you're kind of swaying a little bit and everything, and then you get up there to just change one bulb that went out, and I think from what I read, they were making like 150,000 a job like that.
Holy.
It was like it was crazy. I think the company makes the 150, but then like they make quite a bit too. Like we were talking about it at work, like you would only have to really do that like once a month, and you'd be set.
Yeah.
For
Just
the-
risk dying real quick a day.
yeah.
Just a day of risking dying. That's the only thing that would scare me about that. I'm so like heights, man. Ooh, especially with
Yeah.
wind. Like heights with wind is even crazier.
Yeah,
Like,
and
you could
then
not catch me doing that.
I know on some of them rides, there's that one at the fair this last year, that speed, man. If you get stuck on the top, even just being up that high, dude, it's like you're just swaying because of the wind, and you're just like, oh no, dude, one good gust of wind could topple this thing.
Yeah, you're just reminded me of that ride. That's another reason why I won't ride that thing. Too high up, man. And then it's just fast. I don't like fast and high. I don't like that.
Yeah.
Not a good combination. Slow and steady if you're gonna be up that high.
Right.
But
I think if I were to do that job though, climbing up like that, honestly, I'd climb up and change that light bulb, dude, and I'd parachute down. Just
No, yeah.
down, dude. I wouldn't even take the time to crawl back down because I'd probably be so nervous of the wind up there that I'd just be like, "Let me get off this thing."
do they have harnesses or like?
Yeah, it's like pretty much like they wear the same stuff that rock climbers wear.
Oh, okay.
And they they latch themselves onto like the bars and stuff, and you just slowly make your way up it. But I don't think I could do 2 hours worth of climbing, dude. Your legs
Right.
and like muscles would have to be jacked.
And then you got to climb back down.
Yeah.
No thanks.
It's like the turbines, like the wind turbines. But I'm assuming with those, aren't you climbing inside of it to get up to the
Mhm.
top? I remember seeing this one crazy Mr. Ballin story about how this one caught on fire while these guys were up top, and like the fire was going through the like the climbing passage, so there was no way
Ooh.
for them to get down, and they had no parachutes or anything. Very tragic story. And the one guy ended up just jumping off, you know, because he would rather do that than burn to death, and then the other guy ended up burning to death, and
Jeez.
very tragic, very tragic.
Very tragic.
Wow.
But it just reminded me of that. Because there's so many things that could go wrong on a good day.
So if you were in like a skyscraper and it was burning,
I'm
what would
jumping.
you rather do? Jump, or would you just like burn it?
100% jump, because the second you hit the ground, you're dead, instead of burning for like 10 minutes and feeling all that pain.
Yeah, that's true. Imagine too, like everybody says that like your life flashes before your eyes when you're getting ready to die. You probably wouldn't even honestly like notice the fall. Like you would be falling, but you'd probably be reliving memories.
Yeah,
in your
and
head
honestly,
at the same time.
at that point, your brain would probably kick into like overdrive, and you'd be like accepting of your fate rather than like burning. There's almost the question of how long you're going to burn, if you're going to survive the burn, stuff like that. Like it just sounds like a lot less misery to just jump.
Yeah. Yeah. I'd do the same thing. Would you guys rather burn to death or
Drown.
freeze to death?
Oh, that's yeah. Dude, if you freeze, it gets to a point to where it's almost like a burning feeling, isn't it? Like,
Yeah.
once you get cold enough,
Once you get
it's like your
frostbite and
limbs.
stuff.
Yeah. So, that's hard.
Yeah, I honestly don't know.
Ah,
I'd
think-
probably rather freeze to death.
because you just end up going into a slumber, like a cold
Yeah.
slumber.
Yeah, true.
Your body'd shut
I'd
down.
go freeze to death.
That's
Wow,
so
this podcast
sad.
got dark.
Yeah, the turbine, man, and then all of a sudden would you rather?
You want to die this way or this way?
It's dumb ways to die. That's so funny.
Is there ever a moment in your life that you guys thought that maybe like this
you were
was it?
that close, yeah. Huh.
In a sense, yes, but at the same time, no. Me and my dad were out hunting a couple years ago, and we were on new land, so we had never been there before. I shot a deer, and after gutting it, it was dark outside, and for about an hour and a half, we walked around with flashlights because we couldn't find the road back to our truck, and I thought we were genuinely going to get stuck out there overnight. And it was like 12 degrees outside, so it was like freezing cold, and we were just like walking in circles, and I was like, oh, this could be it. I was like, we're gonna stay here overnight and freeze to fucking death. This is great.
That's so crazy because I kind of have the same story. Like me and my dad and my sister, we were out hunting and we were going bear hunting and we pretty much hunted all day long. We got back to the truck, batteries were dead. The closest place around there was like 50 miles away, and there wasn't very much like um traffic through that area
Mm.
up into where we were at because I think we were in the Bob Marshall, and so there wasn't like a whole lot of people there. And so we ended up having to stay in the truck, and we were all awake, and then like wolves started going around the truck, and you could hear them out there just searching around, and they were howling and stuff. And like at that point, I was like, "Oh no, this isn't gonna end well."
About to get
Well,
eaten by wolves.
we ended up falling asleep, and then we woke up to people like knocking on the window and stuff, and like it was pretty crazy. Like that was probably one of the most times I've ever felt so scared. Like just hearing them out there and like knowing that if you were to open that door, just
Yep. Getting ripped apart.
Hi, doggy. Nice doggy. No, I don't. That's near death experience, man. I can't even think of one, honestly. I don't think I've really had too many close, or not near death, but like something where I was just like, I could have died. And I might think of it later down the line, but I feel like I'd like to say I'm a really well sheltered person. I like being at home in my little shell. And that's probably why I don't take a lot of risks and adventures and probably don't have many NDEs. But I got a couple moments where I could say that my life could have been taken away from me in a sense where you know what I mean? Like, could not be free anymore in a sense, if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah. Yep.
That's the closest thing I've been to where I was just sitting there for a moment and I was just like, this is it, you know, like the outside world, this is it. Better take it in before, you know, I'm in a 4x4 box with
yeah. Yeah.
With a
a
dude named
toilet
Bubba.
and a toilet and a dude named Bubba and bunks and in a cell. But you know, that was the closest time that I've ever been in that situation that I can think of that really strikes me. I would say, yeah, the moment, definitely that moment. I won't divulge too much into it, but
Yeah,
Yeah.
I got you.
No, that was that's
crazy
a good one
experience.
too. Because pretty much like going to the 4x4 box is pretty much life ending anyway. It's like there's not much to it no more after you end up there.
Yeah, no freedom, no rights.
You're like a dog,
Yeah,
but in a kennel, forever.
a very unhappy dog.
Unhappy dog.
Yeah, that's why I'm just glad to have the people around me too that I have. You know, just amazing people, just the support that all you guys give me too. Vice versa, it's just nothing but love.
Yeah.
Just
Definitely.
Always making sure we're all good. Always. And that's where like I'm happy with where I'm at today because like that's another like we go back to our exes and stuff. Like when I got with my ex, I stopped talking to a lot of people. Like I didn't really talk to Nick. I didn't talk to Corey no more. I just
Me too.
I was just with her, and like she was what I thought to be my world, man. Like all I needed was that. So like throughout that I was getting depressed and everything and didn't really have no friends to hang out with because she didn't like me hanging out with anybody else. And that was the big thing that was overcame too, is like as soon as we ended up splitting, contacted Corey. I was talking to Nick. I was like, I need you guys right now. I was like, I'm sorry that I didn't talk to you guys and that we kind of fell off, but right now I need you. And like they come back. They're like, all right, we got you. What's going on, dude? And like every day we'd be talking, and it was like I think on our Snapchat streak, Swerve, that was if you go back to the very first day on that Snapchat streak, that's how many days it's been since.
Yeah, that's when it started too. I was thinking about that last night, dude. That's the irony is crazy. Because I was like, "God, we're almost close to 2 years on there, dude." I was like, holy, dude. And then it just
Yep.
took me back. But Yeah. For me, it's like that one moment I was just speaking of. I wouldn't say it was an NDE, like a near death experience. I would say it was more so one of those moments that like your whole life changed and you like switched pathing. You know what I mean? You guys probably have one of those in a sense. That's what you were just talking about, Blade, was probably that for you or one of those moments.
It definitely was too, because it was like that whole, like, if I would have lost you guys because of girl, I probably, and then if losing that girl at the same time too, I'd have been like, I'd been lost, dude. I don't know where I'd be right now. I'd probably be drinking and doing drugs and stuff, just my whole life going down. But like, in all honesty, having you guys there after having to deal with that, like, it saved me. It really did. Like, I was in a bad spot too, and like my brother too. He ended up coming and living with me in the apartment too, because he knew I wasn't doing okay. And it's just like being able to have that bond with a group of people and have those people in your life that you don't have to ever worry about them leaving anymore, or like finding new people and just taking off. Like, it's one of the best feelings in the world.
Mm-hmm.
And
I
we've
saw
been able
another
to,
reason. My bad. Go ahead.
no, and we've been able to add Sinister to that group too. Like, I
Yeah.
truly do love Sinister, man. Like, he's a good person.
I love you too. I'm glad, honestly. This is. I met you through Swerve, but like I met Nick through Swerve and you guys too, and it's like you guys have become like my best friends, like a group that I know if shit goes down, I can talk to any one of you guys and you'll be there, and vice versa, and I'll be there for you guys if you ever need. And it's good, comforting feeling.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say too. When we kind of cut into each other, was that I was just glad that me and Sinister reconnected too, and we just kind of formed this group together. Because that's how it was, just reconnecting with you guys, and probably the best thing that had ever happened to me personally. Not to mention, my newer relationship regarding the prior one. Everything has just been uphill from here, and just the relationships and the support from everyone, and just the bonding has just been amazing. And
Yeah.
I'm glad. I couldn't be any more ecstatic in regards to like how we're gonna go up from here and just like connect even further.
For sure.
Yeah. And all of our progress and growth that we're going to have together. It's going to be awesome, because it's like all of us, we don't have nothing that holds us back. We don't have that girlfriend that's like, you spend too much time with them. You need to take a break from them or whatever. It's like they personally get happiness from seeing all of us happy together.
Yeah.
That's what's nice. It's like we've definitely found like our people. It's nice.
It's
Definitely.
nice to have women that support it.
Yeah.
That's huge.
Yeah, and it's like, no, I'm happy with where we're all at. Like, I'm so proud of you guys too, and seeing you guys with thriving and doing your thing and being on the outside watching it. I'm just like, yeah. Sometimes I'll be honest, like I lay down in my bed and I like, after a long day, I just look back and like I'm happy. I just like get teary eyed too, because I was like, I really do have like my best brothers right there.
I get that too. I do, especially when you think about that.
And it's bad too, dude. Like, sometimes I think I'm a simp for all you guys, because like after about 3-4 days, dude, if we don't talk for like 3-4 days, I'm like, dude, I'll be texting. I'm like, you good?
Is everything all right, man? Or do we have problems? Are we good? That's me too. I do the same thing. I'm like, is he mad at me? Yeah.
It's like we literally just get so caught up in like work and everything. But it's like, sometimes you can friendships can work like that, where you don't talk for like 6 months and like you come back and reconnect like nothing ever happened. But it's like, I don't know, sometimes I can't do that. I'm like 3-4 days without talking to each other. I'm like, dude, what is going on? What happened to you in the last 4 days?
Where you been at, buddy? How's life treating you? That's funny. That's true though. That's how it is, man. That's how I am anyways.
Well, guys, we got about 5-10 minutes before we should wrap up. Any small topics anybody has?
Would you rather die in a motorcycle accident or a car accident?
No, I got a good one for you.
I was
Thinking, would you rather die plane crash, a plane crash, or a hot air balloon.
Ooh.
Just the balloon just pop and then you're just falling.
Hot air balloon.
It's the same thing generally, but
Yeah, I
just
think
more people.
the terror that everybody, like the panic the plane crash would cause with everyone else, I'd rather deal with like 2 or 3 people panicking than like 60 people panicking.
You hear and
You
everyone's
look outside and the
screaming.
engine's on fire and it's like,
You're just like, whoa.
yeah,
Close.
I'd rather just float down to my death.
Yeah. I'd have to go with hot air balloon too.
Now,
Just
a
watching-
motorcycle? That would suck to fly off of.
Dude.
Yeah.
I'd rather crash in a car.
It depends. Like, are you crashing into a semi truck?
I don't know. Just hitting something.
Would you rather get hit by a bus or a semi? No. Oh,
It's like, would you rather be alive or dead?
oh, I
That's
gotta
going to be
think
the
about
title
this.
for the next one. Would you rather be dead or dead? Pick your choice.
Dead or dead with 2 Ds. Yeah.
No, I really enjoyed getting together with you guys. I'm happy that we have Swerve back, and his mic sounds phenomenal.
Right.
Thank you,
Crystal
guys.
clear.
I'm happy. I am so glad to be back.
We
It's been
missed you.
2 long episodes without me.
We got a big next one coming next week. What day is Saturday next week?
Let me look up.
The 20th.
Ooh, okay. So I did see Zero said that he's interviewing the One Love Discord on the 20th. So I'll talk with him today. We'll get it squared away. We should next Saturday have Zero as a special guest, guys.
That'd be awesome.
Yes, sir.
And if that don't work out, we can always Draco wants to be on there. We got Jet. So stay tuned for that though. Everybody watching to this point right here. We got a big event going on for the next episode.
Much love.
Much love for everybody. This was awesome.
Well, I think that'll be a good place to wrap it up. So
Always
if
love
you
these.
guys made it this far, make sure if you haven't already to leave a like on the video and sub to the channel. We post new podcast episodes every Saturday, and you can catch the live stream for the previous week on Blade's channel over on Twitch. So give him a follow, go give him a sub, shout out, and go follow Swerve DC on YouTube, sub to his channel, and we will see you guys in the next one.
Much love.